following is a production of the Madison Capitals, Rush Media Company, and the USHL, and may not be reused or retransmitted without the written consent of the Madison Capitals or the USHL.
Scored! Gavin Eulenkamp. Striker Lee scores in his USHL debut. Nice shot from Bijot, who scores and gives the Caps their first lead of the night. Back northeast, Aiden Long scores! For the Capitals, Kansas in the slot, scores! Scores! 9-2 Caps lead.
And now, let's send it out to the arena with the voice of the Capitals, Drew Steele.
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to the pregame show. Here as the Capitals are set to face off with the Green Bay Gamblers for the first of 4 times in Madison here this season in the first of 9 matchups between the two teams during the 2024-25 campaign. Drew Steele, voice of the Capitals, captaining the ship, going through your ear ocean here this evening for the Capitals Radio Network and Flow Hockey. Coming up in the pregame show, we'll run through each team's lineup for tonight, talk with associate head coach and assistant GM Tom Gilbert, and it's all leading up to puck drop tonight between the Capitals and Gamblers right here on Caps Radio, on YouTube, and on Flow Hockey. Last weekend, the Capitals were on the road in Tri-City, and on Friday night, the Capitals were up 3-0 in the second, and that kind of propelled them to victory. Ended up winning by a score of 3-2. Tri-City tried their very best to come back at the end, but Caleb Heil shut the door, stopping 28 of 30 Storm shots to pick up his second win of the season to improve to 2-0-1 on the year. Then on Saturday, the Capitals trailed 3-1 in the third. Long and Johnson both tallied to tie things at 3 to force overtime, but the Storm would pick up the 4-3 victory in overtime to earn that extra point. Madison takes home 3 points on the weekend and enter here for the standalone weekend game with Green Bay here this evening. Colton Jamieson, for his efforts last weekend, 3 points, a goal, and 2 assists, earns the USHL's Defenseman of the Week. 3 points against Tri-City, as I mentioned. 2 of those points coming on the power play, including his goal and one of his assists there on the weekend. His goal was on Friday in the win. The 2 assists both on Saturday in the loss. The Capitals made their first roster move of this season, acquiring Igor Barabanov from Sioux Falls. Madison would send a 2025 Phase 2 second-round pick and future considerations over the way of the other side there in the Stampede. 73 games played with Sioux Falls here this season, or in his career, I should say. 19 points, including 3 games played total this season, with 1 goal coming in the first game of the season. He's making his Capitals debut tonight, and like I mentioned, we're leading up to puck drop here in Middleton. Puck drop right around the corner as the Capitals facing off against the Gamblers. When we come back, we'll have associate head coach and assistant GM Tom Gilbert. You're listening to the home of Capitals hockey, the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
And he scores!
Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277, and let's get you in the game.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey Cavs fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Assistant General Manager Tom Gilbert onto the pregame show. Coach, 3 points last weekend in Tri-City. What's your overall kind of recap of that last weekend?
First we played in Pittsburgh, but again, it was another long road trip. It's a good test to see how the kids kind of react for, being on the road. Thought they did an awesome job. We came out, you never know how it's going to start in some games like that. But we came out very strong. The guys played well. Overall, we're doing so many things. That's what's fun about coaching this group is we're doing so many things right, and sometimes we're not getting production when we need it. But I think if you continue to do the right things over and over, you're going to start getting those goals.
I think fans obviously know that you played defense back in your playing career, and with that, the defensive core for this team has kind of been a strong point, I would say, to this point of the year. I mean, the goals against average sitting around 3 goals a game. You can't really ask for much more than that in this league, and I think goaltending obviously a big part of that. But 8 defensemen committed to Division I schools after the first couple weeks of the year. Overall, just your kind of thoughts on the D-core.
It's a fun group to work with. I've said that twice now, but it's especially for myself, there's a bunch of young guys that every single day they want to improve. I've had the pleasure of working with Chuck and JMO, for the last year, and it's just fun to see improvement. It's fun to see their game kind of elevate, from one year to the next. And the things that you're teaching them, or you're trying to provide them to get to the next level, just to have success there, you start to see it in their practices, in their games, and it's a fun group to work with. They have a lot of talent. And that's also fun to work with as a coach because they see the ice well, and they're just very receptive of things that we're saying to them.
So far to this point of the year, I know we kind of touched on Tri-City. Overall, 2-2, 1-1. I think I referenced it in Bobby Cowan interview that'll be coming up in the first intermission. Not a terrible start, but also not the best start. You play 6 games. You're hoping to win more than 2 of them, but you collect points in a lot of them. Overall, where do you think the team kind of can improve moving forward down into the rest of the season here?
Yeah, it's, again, 500 at the start of the season with new players, a lot of new players, and I think we're a little bit younger than last year too. It's been a great start. Obviously our record, we'd like it to be 6-0, right? But that's just not realistic all the time. I think when we're doing things in the wrong way and things aren't going our way, you create your own luck, your own bounces. I think we're doing the right things, and I think we can keep continuing to do it. Guys progress. I think those bounces will start going. And, for the biggest thing that we probably see right now is, we'd like to get more goals. But it's part of the game. Sometimes you score a lot. Sometimes you don't score at all. It's just doing the right things. I think just keep continuing to do that, and I think they'll start coming.
The Green Bay Gamblers coming into town here this weekend. First time of 9 matchups. You faced a team that many times throughout a year. Is that a little extra oomph going into this game? Hey, we have to set the tone early with the Gamblers this year, knowing that we go there 5 times this year. I think they came here 5 times last year. So 9 times, I think that's a lot to see one opponent, obviously. What's kind of the mentality going into a matchup like that?
Yeah, this is old school, man. This is you play a team it used to be even more than that in regular season, right? So you start a rivalry. That's how it's formed, right? You play a team so many times, you get to see them. Like, some games get ugly, some games it's just, to have that edge is always a positive for your group. Obviously, an in-state team, you want to have that edge. You know, you're playing them that many times. Like, those points matter at the end of the year, right? So we might see them at the end of the year too, right, in playoffs. So that's one thing for us. Like, you want to set the tone right away. And I think guys understand that. Like, guys want to have that edge against an in-state team, and it always makes it makes the game fun for the fans. It makes the game fun for the players to know what game is coming up, you know, against Green Bay, and it's a fun game to coach too.
On the bench, one thing that you've kind of picked up over the past season, obviously started 2 years ago, interim head coach. You were director of player development. You moved to the interim head coach role. Settling into that associate head coach role here in the second season, what's one thing you've kind of picked up and kind of utilized more now that you've had that extra year of experience? Yeah,
that first year, again, I just retiring from hockey. Didn't know. I wanted to get back. I love hockey. I wanted to get back into it. I just didn't know the extent of it, you know, so I just wanted to see what it was like behind the scenes. I wasn't there too often. I know I got that role given to me in the beginning of the year. And then I stepped in. Being coach was definitely not prepared for that, but it was a great experience. It was tough to turn down, and it kind of gave me a feel of what it was like, and I enjoyed it. You know, I've learned a lot, you know, especially through Andy, just in the coaching aspect of things, how you run things, how you know, I've been in the locker room plenty of times, but not as a coach. So you get to listen to what he has to say. He's been around a lot. So I've learned a ton. I've learned a ton with video and how you teach kids, how you say things to them. And I think all of that, what has helped me the most is just the experience. Like, it's hard to go and do something, you know, just for the first year because you don't really know, right? So having a year under my belt, you get to explain things to kids and you kind of understand a little bit more. You can explain it to them better. You're more comfortable explaining it. And then it's just easier on the bench too, coaching the kids and like momentum in games and how you talk to them and how you teach them.
Yeah, absolutely. That was associate head coach. I almost gave you the head coach title there. That would have been a good brand that would have been coming from my head there. That was associate head coach and assistant general manager Tom Gilbert here on the pregame show. We'll be back with more right after this.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Back here in Middleton, it's time for tonight's lineup card and starting lineups thanks to our friends at Bergstrom Automotive. Starting with the officials as assigned by the United States Hockey League. Grant Hendrick and Kyle McCauley will be the referees for tonight's contest. Erica Greenan and Gerard Lamoureux on the lines tonight here for the league. Scratches for tonight's contest for Green Bay. Edvin Nielsen for Green Bay will start things on the scratches. Jack Coltgen and Reese Cordray, the scratches tonight for the Green Bay Gamblers. For the Gamblers up front, Katzen, Park, and Samuelson across the front. Up front there on the second line, it's Zeller, Zelenoff, and Carcone. Third line, Knutson, Cardilli, and Benson. Brender, Danilov, and Cronin on the fourth line for Green Bay. On the back end, it's Weschens, Fedotov on the first pair, Longacre and Peterson on the second. Green and O'Sullivan on the third pair with O'Malley and Bocharov on the fourth pair for Green Bay. Starting in net for the Gamblers this evening is Gavin Moffitt. Head coach of the Gamblers is Patrick McCadden. Now for the Capitals out this evening, Jet Kowacia, Joey Macrina, Mason Moe, and Max Ryder. For the Capitals up front, it's Finn Brink, Aiden Long, and Riker Lee across the front. Igor Barabanov, making his Capitals debut with Ian Scherzer and Bobby Cowan on the second line. Eulenkamp, Lunsky, Johnson on the third line. Sam Capel will be centering Drew Waterfield and Brendan Ty. The extra forward tonight is Harper Searles. On the back end, John Stout and Austin Moline will be the first pair. Michaud and Aiden Shirey on the second pair, with Jameson and Buckberger getting the start on the third pair tonight for the Capitals. Ivan Karadiak is the extra defenseman for the Capitals. Caleb Heil gets start number 4 with Madison here this season. 2-0, 0-1 on the season. A .227 goals against average and a .903 save percentage to his name. Puck drop right around the corner here. Bob Suter's Capital Ice Arena. It's the second line for Green Bay, the top line for Madison. They'll start it all off right after this. You're listening to Capitals Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. Which is good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today, because there's nothing like live hockey.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinTapparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
And he scores! Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
You want subs made with high-quality meats and cheeses? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want high-quality radio ideas? You go to me, like this. I'm an astronaut on a mission to find water on the moon. But because I'm a genius, I realize that what humanity actually needs in space is high-quality meats and cheeses from Jersey Mike's. Now to figure out how to remove the helmet and eat the sub without my head exploding. Here goes nothing. Always high-quality meats and cheeses. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. Which is good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today because there's nothing like live hockey.
Welcome back into Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena Middleton as the Capitals and Gamblers just about ready to get things underway. As the Capitals come in with a record of 2-2, 1-1 on the season. They'll travel right to left across your radio dial and Flow Hockey screen here this evening, wearing the white tops, black, or rather navy buckets, navy pants, and white socks trimmed with Columbia and Navy. On the other side, it's Green Bay. They come in with a record of 3-2, 1-0 on the year. They'll move left to right across your Flow Hockey screen and radio dial here this evening. All black everything trimmed with yellow and white. First of 9 between these two teams here this season. All time between the two sides. Madison's 35-42, 2-0 against the Gamblers 2019 1-0 here in Madison. Last season, it was the Gamblers getting the better of Madison in 5 of 9. The Capitals look to get off on the right foot against the Gamblers here this evening. Referees is assigned by the United States Hockey League. Grant Hendrick, Kyle McCauley. Linesmen are Gerard Lamoureux and Erica Greenid. Right here in Madison's where it's all going to go down. Aiden Long and the reigning USHL forward of the week, Vasily Zelenov, at center ice, ready to get things underway as we're waiting for a door to close, and we'll be ready to go as soon as that gate closes. And it looks like we have the go-ahead from the crew here this evening. Saturday night, thanks for joining us as the puck is down and hockey is in the air here in Middleton. Face-off one back to Buckberger, who sends it down into the far side corner. And it rings around to the near side where Long can pick out Brink out front. Scores! Finn Brink gets the scoring started just 13 seconds into period number 1. Finn Brink's 3rd of the season, 18th of the career. And the Capitals with the early lead. You see Aiden Long feeds it there for him. I don't know if Gavin Moffitt just was caught off guard that a shot was coming his way that early, but the Capitals strike first. Can't ask for a better start than that if you're Andy Brand company on the Capitals bench. Finn Brink scoring in now his 2nd of 3 home games for the Capitals. And we're back at center ice. Both teams switch things up, and the Capitals find the scoreboard first. Face-off was won back by the Caps. They send it down in deep, and Gavin Moffitt will hover on top of it to hold for a whistle. 19:38 to go, period number 1. 1-0 our score here in Middleton. You're just joining us, Finn Brink with the goal early on here in period number 1. Face-off will be on the far side to the left of Moffitt in goal. We'll take a look at our goaltending matchup at our next stoppage of play. Faceoff was won by Green Bay. They clear the zone, but Madison will take over inside their defensive end. It's Moline up the far side wall where the Capitals advance before Cowan steps back. His first home game here in Middleton for the Capitals into the offensive zone. A shot from Barabanov in his Capitals debut goes wide. Barabanov works in the near side corner, rings it around up the near side wall to Shirey, who holds the line for a moment, but the Gamblers able to clear out to neutral ice. They'll take over inside their defensive zone as we cross a minute gone here in period number 1. When the Capitals score first this season, they're 2-0-0-1 on the year, and when they're able to take a lead after the first period, which has been in 4 of 6 matchups this season, all 5 points, or all but 1 point, I should say, captured in those type of situations for the Capitals. Assists on that for the goal should go to Ronan Buckberger and Aiden Long. Didn't quite get a chance to listen here in the arena as play was underway. Lunsky unable to win the draw on the near side corner. Gamblers trying for the clean exit. They're unable to get it, though. Johnson kicks it around. Johnson had a heck of a game on Friday night, or Saturday night, I should say, last week. 2 points. Had the game tie-in goal, forced overtime for the Capitals. Unable to get anything from it besides just the lone point, though. Eulenkamp into the offensive zone, has Johnson with him, doesn't use him. Powers his way towards the goal. Kicked wide by the USHL goaltender of the week, Gavin Moffett. Goes all the way down in where Heil directs traffic to Shirey. Awkward play. Both go down. Both seem to be all right, though, as Eulenkamp sticks his way around the Grambler player there. But right back into the offensive zone comes the former Capital, Tommy Cronin, and the shot jumps out of play for a whistle. I mentioned the goaltending matchup. Let's take a look at it now. Gavin Moffett, the USHL goaltender of the week, gets to start for Green Bay here this evening. 3-2 0-0 record, a 1.78 goals against average, and a 9.40 save percentage to Moffitt's credit. 1-1 all-time against Madison, including a shutout here in Middleton, but also kind of got lit up in his second appearance here against the Caps. It was the Capitals' record-breaking night back in March last year as Caleb Heil gets the start for Madison. Green Bay back into the offensive zone. Shot goes up and out of play for a whistle. 2-0-0 record for Heil this season. Capitals goaltending's been there so far. You can't complain if you're the Capitals to this point of the year in goal. Caleb Heil getting points in all 3 of his starts here this season. A.J. White 0-2-1-0, but he's got killer stats, actually better stats than Patrice Berzinch had last season for Madison in goal. 2-on-1 for Madison. Waterfield unable to get it, and it goes into the corner. Rings along the far side. Capella at center ice will settle things down for a brief moment, put it to the near side. Into the offensive zone comes Brendan Ty. Shot gloved down by Moffett. Held on to for a whistle. 17:35 to go. Period number 1. 1-0 our score. Early goal in this one scored by the captain, Finn Brink. New look first line for the Capitals here this evening. Mason Moe playing for the NTDP against a pair of Division I opponents. We'll recap some Division I scores. The NCAA scores for you from last night and from tonight as well at intermission. A couple of Caps getting their first collegiate goal, but Mason Moe playing against Robert Morris this evening with the NTDP. So Aiden Long steps up and becomes the center between Riker Lee and Finn Brink. They're out there right now with the faceoff one back to the Green Bay defense, and they're able to clear the zone. Zellers made his season debut last week. A shot from the blue line, gloved like a ground ball by Caleb Heil, who holds on for a whistle. 17:24 to go in the first. Another offensive zone draw for Green Bay upcoming. Faceoff will be to the left of Caleb Heil. It's the second line, which includes Vasily Zelenov for this Green Bay squad. Zelenov, the USHL forward of the week. So if you're looking at it, the USHL forward, defenseman, and goaltender of the week all playing here in Middleton this evening. Long evades this body check of a Green Bay player. They send it down in deep. Near side, Green Bay able to evade the pressure, though. Clear up the near side wall and into the offensive zone on the stick of Zelenov. Zellers, shot deflected up and out of play. Whistle, 17:03 to go in the first. Zellers, heck of a season debut last weekend. 2 goals in his first action in over a year and a half with the Gamblers. Played a game as an affiliate back in the 22-23 season. Here full-time with the Gamblers, but started out injured. 3 goals on the weekend last weekend. Had an arguable case for forward of the week just himself there. Katzen's unit out there now, though. Puck's dropped as it's won back by the Gamblers. Park up that far side wall. Moline holds the half wall for a moment and gets possession back for Madison as Michaud on the near side will settle things down. Send it up and out of play into the Capitals bench. Looks like everybody's all right on that side of things. And with 16:49 to go in the first, Caps still in front 1-0. Near side, left to Heil. Heil started Friday night for Madison. It's been every other game for Madison this season. Kind of the opposite strategy that the Gamblers have taken on the other side. Green Bay has started Gavin Moffitt in goal now 6 out of 7 times here this season. Up the far side, Cowan chips it out of the defensive zone, and into the offensive zone comes Ian Scherzer. Scherzer, near side, unable to get any traction and find a Capital, and Green Bay back on it the other way. Deflected down in deep, or maybe it's because the defense stepped up. Either way, no icing as Samuelson and Moline converge just outside the Capitals' defensive zone. Madison on possession back inside their defensive zone, though with 4 minutes played here in period number 1. Near side, Scherzer, a bit too much umph on it from Cowan on the far side, as Michaud on the near side tries to get things started up ice. The Green Bay bench calling for too many men. Awkward change there for Madison. They don't get the call. 4-person crew here, referee and officiating-wise, for the USHL crew here this evening. Karadiuk up to the point for Shirey. It goes off of his skate, and Green Bay on the rush back the other way. Shirey scampers back, and with 15:37 to go here in the period, the Caps will send it down. No icing on the play as Green Bay was in the midst of a change. Danilov didn't touch the puck, but up the near side wall, Green Bay tries to clear. They're unable to. Capitals hold on the half wall. Eulenkamp sends it off the far side wall. He'll go scamper after it. Up top now, Shirey. Shirey, shot deflected wide. In the corner, it sits for a moment. Now in the slot for Diego Johnson. Johnson circles around, sends one towards the goal. I think it rang off of Moffitt and out to neutral ice, where Shirey and company can start back for Madison. Eulenkamp chips it down into the corner, looking that time for Harper Searles. Instead, it's on the stick of Danilov coming back the other way. Danilov, 18 games played against Madison in his career. Included in those 18 games, 6 goals. He had a couple of 2-goal games in the 22-23 season. He wears a letter for this Green Bay squad, who's captained by Brady O'Malley, Lucas Peterson, Lev Katzin, and the aforementioned Danilov wear the A's for this Green Bay squad. Into the offensive zone, Green Bay to the near side. Cronin unable to haul that in. Cronin making his Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena debut here this season. He played with the Capitals for 6 games back in the 22-23 season. Out front, the Capitals with another chance, sent into the corner by the Gamblers. It was Waterfield there for Madison. Green Bay just clears it out to neutral, where the Capitals will send it right back in, almost like a boomerang, out but right back into that far side corner. Capel, rather that's Ty in the corner, now to Waterfield. Up the near side wall, the Capitals trying to take over instead. Out to neutral ice come Green Bay. Brender, a former teammate of Igor Barabanov, who's making his Capitals debut here this evening. The Capitals making their first roster move here this season. Earlier this week, Barabanov acquired from the Sioux Falls Stampede. Brender was acquired from Sioux Falls last offseason by the Gamblers. Brink in a 3-on-2 for Madison. Far side, a bit too far behind Riker Lee. 3 points last weekend for the Capitals' first-line right winger. Played alongside a couple of these Gambler players at Shattuck St. Mary's last season. 5 Shattuck St. Mary's prep players in this game tonight. Austin Moline, another one of them, on possession right now. Up the far side, Long, now near side Stout. He'll just send it in deep. The Caps will go get a couple of changes as O'Malley chases back after it. Stumbles a bit. Capitals try to get possession. Puck sits in the high slot, but Green Bay able to clear out the neutral on the stick of Carcone. Far side, Zellers trying to toe drag around Shirey. He says, coming back the other way are the Capitals. Michaud chips it down in deep offside. 12:47 to go in the first. 1-0 our score. As I mentioned, the Capitals 4 out of 5 wins last season, or 4 out of 9, 4-5 record against this Green Bay squad last season. Here in Middleton, Green Bay a little bit more successful. That's actually where the tie was broken. Green Bay won the first 3 games here against the Capitals as a face-off just outside the Green Bay bench, won back by the Caps. Madison won the last 3 matchups between these two sides, though, as Barabanov in the near side corner plays to Cowan. Cowan over a point per game backdoor feed from Scherzer intended for Barabanov. Eventually finds its way to the point where Shirey's shot stopped by the stomach of Gavin Moffitt and holds on for a whistle. Madison won those last 3 matchups against the Gamblers last season, like I was mentioning. swept the last weekend of the season. And it all kind of started with a 10-3 victory in early March. But the last weekend of the season, Madison was able to win games both here and in Green Bay in extra time on the Friday night faceoff one. Scherzer with a shot. Lots of shots on goal this season for Scherzer, 15 of them. Sending them towards the net, just not any luck getting them by the goaltenders here this season. Michaud holds the line, sends one towards the net. Blockered off the glass by Moffitt. Madison will hold on the far side. Scherzer circling around, feeds one backdoor, a shot sticked away though by Moffitt. Cowan towards the goal. Barabanov to flex into the corner. Out front, Barabanov. Cowan with a shot, and it just got caught up on an edge. It was close to the goal line. I'd like to see that above net camera angle here, but Madison held at just 1-0 our score. 11:58 to go in the first as we take our first media timeout on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs. So tender, you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas. From tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
Back here in Middleton, Capitals with a flurry of chances there on the last rush. As you look up and down the lineup only has one player tonight not committed to an NCAA college, and that's Igor Barabanov, serving as a second line left wing. Touched on it a bit in the pregame show. Scored in the first game of the season for Sioux Falls, acquired by Madison this week and making his Caps debut here today, but it's the third line hopping out to start things after our media timeout. Face-off tied up and won back by Green Bay. Peterson plays it over to Longacre around that far side wall, hops up high into the Cap Ice sky, and back the other way come Green Bay. Cardilli at one point, a phase 2 selection by the Capitals in 2021, plays to the near side where Peterson on possession, activating himself down into the offensive quarter. Kroniak battles back for possession, and the Capitals will start up that other side. The defenseman of the week in the USHL, Colton Jamieson through the middle, tries to stick handle around, and now an odd man rush back the other way as Peterson pokes it off of his stick. Peterson, a goal and an assist here in his last matchup against the Capitals back in April. Capitals would win that game in overtime. It was the aforementioned Jamieson with the game winner in that, as the Caps battle for possession deep inside their own defensive zone, or rather offensive end. It'll be Green Bay back the other way where Heil settles things down. Up the far side, interrupting things for a moment was Knutson, and now Madison through neutral ice on the stick of Waterfield, but Green Bay forces the turnover. They're going to clear it in deep. John Stout will hustle back after it for Madison. 10:45 to go in the first. 1-0 our score if you're just joining us. Finn Brink with the lone tally of the game. Just 13 seconds in, a shot from Brender held on to for a moment by Heil, but Green Bay battles back for it. Far side, a shot, a broken twig on the ice. It appears to be Ronan Buckberger. Green from the point sends another one towards the goal, blocked along the way. O'Sullivan, shot, blocked by a Madison defender, and now the Capitals will come back the other way, but no, not the case. A shot from Danilov goes wide. Capitals with an odd luck there, in Green Bay able to score. It's Andrew O'Sullivan, his second of the season, tying us at one aside. The Capitals were scrambling inside the defensive zone. It appeared that they were going to be able to clear. Heil kind of gets out of position there, moving right to left across the crease, and O'Sullivan buries past the Capitals defenders, trying to create a wall out front to tie us at one. Whenever the goalie's out of the goal, you got to send it towards the net. Typically, to avoid screens and whatnot out front, you say shoot it low, because that's where pucks aren't going to hit legs. And Andrew O'Sullivan, the Scituate, Massachusetts native, took that advice to heart there and sent it towards the goal and got the goal. Cronin with an assist here as the Capitals into the offensive zone on the stick of Finn Brink. Brink out front, no one home. As Lanov on that far side chips out towards neutral ice. Brink holds in at the line. Lee on the top of the near side circle. 3 goals on the season, all on the power play, hits the post. Moline holds up traffic, no call. The Green Bay bench wants one. They're not going to get it as long in the slot. Turns it over back to Green Bay, and off to the races is Will Zellers against his former teammate at Shattuck St. Mary's, Austin Moline. Caps clear out to neutral. Brink on the near side, far side, now Moline. He'll carry into the offensive zone, far side. Lee poked away by the defensive Green Bay, but he gets it back. Tried to force it out front, but Green Bay kicks it into the corner, and Carcone will start up the ice. Carcone whiffs on the dump-in attempt, and the Capitals take over just inside their own defensive blue. The Capitals avoid the first stick check and into the offensive zone for a moment at least before Green Bay back the other way. Katzen up ahead to Park. The Michigan commit carries it on his backhand into the corner, taken down by Shirey as Fedotov will hold on the near side for the Gamblers. Park back on it in the far side corner. Stick checked away from him. Samuelson tries to help his teammate out, but instead it's Barabanov into the offensive zone. Nice job by Fedotov to just poke it away as he stomps his countrymen, and back the other way comes Park. Park, shot, goes off the post, sits there for a moment, and Samuelson looking for his first point of the season. Sends it into the corner. Samuelson rather hit looking for his second goal of the year. Either way, Barabanov goes and digs it out of the corner, feeds it out front, a dangerous play, but the Capitals able to get away with it as Barabanov to the far side. Fresh off the bench now comes Eulenkamp and company for Madison, but it's Green Bay back the other way. Eulenkamp sends one in. It should have been offside. No call will come as it went off the stick, that time of Cowan. Buckberger clears down in deep as off the end wall. It holds there for a moment. Eulenkamp tries to play it out front looking for Lunsky. They played youth hockey back in the day together with the Chaska Chanhassen program. Actually, Lunsky played a couple of games with Eulenkamp at Chanhassen High School in Minnesota as well, as he's played with a couple of players up and down this lineup, including Caleb Heil. Played high school hockey with John Stout as well. So lots of connections between Caps here as Jamison starts up ice. Jamison had his stick lifted from behind. Luckily, the Gamblers turn it right back over to Buckberger, and the Capitals will achieve the red line and send it down in deep. Far side, Eulenkamp. Offensive chance that time from Johnson as he's wrestled into the corner. No call comes from it, and Green Bay clears out to neutral ice. Green up ahead, down in deep. Jamison will chase back after it. Under 7 to go here in period number 1. 1-1 our score as O'Sullivan, the goal scorer for Green Bay, back on possession, sits out front, kicked into the corner by Heil. Jamison goes and collects for Madison up the near side wall. O'Sullivan on it, turns it over to Lunsky, and the Capitals out to neutral ice, but Green Bay trying to force the issue. Right back in they come. Luckily for Madison, Colton Jamison back. Green Bay goes and gets a couple of changes. Players flail behind the play. Jamison and Brender. Moline takes his time, and a penalty upcoming on Tanner Brender, which has Caleb Heil vacate his goal, and the Capitals to their first power play of the night as Riker Lee comes through neutral ice, has it poked off of his stick as Green Bay sends it down towards the goal after the whistle. Madison to power play number 1. Tanner Brender for tripping, the call on the play, which sends Madison to their first power play of the night. Madison's power play tied for 3rd in the USHL, 25.0%, tied for 1st in the Eastern Conference, with the Gamblers on the other side. The Gamblers 77.8% on the kill, tied for 10th in the league. Capitals have their first unit out there. Saw this in practice throughout the week. Barabanov will take Mason Moe's spot on the man advantage. Scored in both games in Tri-City last weekend. It's Barabanov long alongside Jamison, Cowan, and Lee. Cowan will take the spot of the bumper, but Jamison will hold. Far side now for Lee. 5 points on the power play this season. Down low, out front, Cowan's shot goes wide. 5 points on the power play out of 6 for Riker Lee here this season. 6 power play goals for Madison here this year, which is also tied for 3rd in the league as Green Bay clears all the way down. Jamison starts up ice, had a goal and an assist on the power play last weekend. Lee through neutral ice into the offensive zone as it poked away and forced outside. Lee up the near side wall to Long as Long feeds it to Barabanov. Barabanov up top to Jamison. Far side to Lee. Lee trying to feed it near side to Barabanov. Unable to find him. Green Bay will tie him up in the corner. To a side work, a third Capital joins. If this puck pops free, Riker Lee's the only one on the other side of the ice. As the puck tied up there. Players yelling on both sides. Puck comes free to the far side now for Lee. Just past a minute into the power play. Cowan up top. Jamison near side. Barabanov off of his skate. He'll be able to hold in. The Capitals will go make a couple of changes, though. Long, I don't know if he realized it, plays it up that far side wall, and now Samuelson through neutral ice into the offensive zone, shorthanded for the Gamblers, turns it over as Buckberger starts back the other way for Madison. Barabanov, far side now for Johnson. Johnson spins off, up top now for Buckberger. Buckberger, near side trying to find Barabanov, who is going for a change to complete the unit change from 1 to 2. As we'll hold him up for a moment. A player down results in an offensive zone draw for Madison. 4:33 to go in the first. 18 to go on the power play. All square at one aside. Face off in the offensive zone with the second unit out there. I never had a chance to run through that second unit for Madison. It's Johnson, Lunsky, Scherzer, Brink, and Michaud. Michaud actually takes the spot of Brink. As time will wind down here, a shot onto Moffitt, who holds for a whistle. 4.5 to go in the period. Face off on the near side to the right of Moffitt in goal. It's Lunsky and Park in the circle. 14 seconds until the Brender minor expires. Hold them up, boys. Kick down to the circles, Lunsky. Scherzer will go to take the draw. Face off, one back. Buckberger, far side, Michaud. Back up top for Buckberger. A shot goes wide. Comes back out front for a moment. It sat in the slot, but that'll do it for the Capitals' first power play chance of the night. 0 for 1 on the man advantage as Tanner Brender steps out of the penalty box. That occupies that far side of the ice. And we're back even at 5 aside, just north of 4 to go here in the first. Lunsky into the offensive zone in the high slot. Stick handles around, makes his way out front. Nice poke check there by the defense at Green Bay. And back the other way come the Gamblers. Through neutral, it's Green. Shot goes high into the glass up the near side wall. Madison goes for the body, Ian Scherzer does. And that allows Zeller's possession in the high slot. A shot kicked into the corner by Heil. Michaud tied up along the way as a penalty upcoming on Green Bay again. It's Carcone that'll be heading to the box. Heil heads for the bench, and the Capitals head to the power play once again. Carcone arguing his case to the referee, and Hendrick, he's not going to get it. Carcone makes his way to the box. 2 minutes for the hold. Capitals right back to the power play. 0 for 1 on the night. Make it 1 for 2 here, and the Capitals coaching staff will head into the locker room with their heads held high. As Carcone will sit down on the far side. Capitals first unit returns to the ice. Barabanov to take the draw against Park in the circle. Hold him up, boys. Kicked out of the draw was Madison's centerman Barabanov. Long will go to take the draw now against Park. Face-off is held to the right of the goaltender Moffitt in goal. It's won back by Green Bay, and they clear it down the length of the ice just 7 seconds into the Carcone minor penalty. Jamison starts up ice. He had an assist on a play similar to this as he drops back to Barabanov. Barabanov tangles his way through, sends one towards the goal. Sticked wide as the Capitals will hold the line up top. Barabanov looking for options, feeds it up top for Jamison. Jamison, far side for Lee, looks for a shooting lane, finds one he likes. Gavin Moffitt holds on with the top of his blocker for a face-off. 1:24 to go on the power play. 2:53 to go in period number 1. 1-1 our score is a face-off will come on the far side to the left of goaltender Gavin Moffitt here in a moment. Cowan will take the draw for Madison against Park in the circle for Green Bay. Faceoff kicked back by Park. Barabanov kind of tabletop there. Jamison tried to hold with his shoulder. Green Bay clears the length of the ice. 2:45 to go in the first. A minute 10 to go on the power play as Jamison picks up. Jamison through neutral ice. Will swing it back to Riker Lee. Lee comes into the offensive zone. He had our Play It Again Sports goal of the weekend. As up top, Jamison fans on it. Still gets it towards the goal and gets enough on it as Riker Lee gets possession on the far side half wall. Up top, Jamison. Back to Lee on the far side. Lee, toe drag shot, sits out front. The Capitals scramble for it, and it's in the back of the goal. They say no goal, though. And we get bodies going back and forth. Cowan's helmet taken off by a Green Bay player. And it'll be an offensive zone draw, I'd imagine. Is it enough to say it's a good goal? That remains to be said. 45 to go on the Capitals power play. As you'll see the above head camera view, puck underneath him there. Clearly Barabanov goes in after the whistle and puts it in the back of the net. But no goal on the ice, which means the second power play unit to roll out. 2:15 in the period, 45 on the power play. 1-1 our score. Brink for Madison, O'Sullivan for Green Bay, our goal scorers here in this one. Moffitt looks over to his right. Aiden Park wins the draw back once again. He's been out there for all of the draws here on the power play. Brink will hold, though, after the Green Bay clearance attempt. Just lost too much mustard there, but the Capitals clear it out to neutral ice. It jumps over the stick that time of Buckberger, and the Capitals circle back and will start back into the offensive zone. Scherzer carries in, near side Lunsky, towards the goal. It just flutters into the far side corner. Held in at the far side by Johnson. Johnson has a player out front, doesn't use him, backhands one towards Moffitt. Scherzer rings one off the near side post from a really sharp angle. 8 seconds to go on the power play. Buckberger, far side for Brink. Back up top, Buckberger. His shot blocked. Green Bay back at full strength as the Gamblers into the offensive zone on the stick of Katzen. Katzen, backhand shot goes into the glass. Zelenov on the far side has his pocket picked, and the Capitals will start back the other way. Brink, far side Johnson, poked off of his stick. They say offside, so the Capitals will go and have to touch up with a minute 10, and Zellers starts up, ice up the near side wall for Green Bay. Zellers fans on his shot. His line mate Samuelson goes to pick up in the corner. Up top, O'Sullivan, shot blocked along the way by Johnson. Capitals try to clear to neutral, unable to. Zelenov, far side shot from Green, goes off the blocker. Zellers, sharp angle, plays it off the blocker of Heil out towards neutral ice. Here come the Capitals. Instead, it's at neutral ice right back in on the stick of the Gamblers. Samuelson, up top, Green, near side, Zellers, unable to find it there, and now back the other way come Madison. Waterfield, poking around the player there for Green Bay. Out of the zone now, thanks to the glove of Zelenov, are the Gamblers. Madison at neutral ice on it. Chips it down in deep with 20 to go in the period. O'Sullivan up the far side wall. He'll carry through neutral, chip it up the near side wall, looking for his line mate. Instead finds John Stout, and Madison with one last rush with 8 seconds left. Poked off his stick, 2-on-1. 3 seconds to go in the period. Zeller's shot blockered up into the glass, and that'll do it here in Middleton for period number 1. 1-1 our score through 20 minutes of play. Capitals and Gamblers here in Middleton. We're looking, there's a chance there might be more time put on the clock. Kyle McCauley will go and chat with the Green Bay bench. As the Capitals being told to head back to their bench. Faceoff will be on the far side. Don't know how much time will be put back on the clock. They say the puck did find its way into the protective netting before that clock expired. I'd have to say I probably agree with that decision. I just don't know if they blew the whistle prior, which completely get mistakes happen. Face-off will be in the offensive zone. I don't know how much time will be put up on the clock. I'd have to say it has to be a fraction of a second here put on the score clock. The face-off will be to the right of Heil in goal. Green Bay has a unit of Cronin, Danilov, Brender, Peterson, and O'Malley. Madison counters with Lee's unit. Face-off will take place on the far side to the right of Heil in goal. 0.5 put on the clock. Face-off tied up and held on to. So through 20 minutes, all square here in Middleton. We'll have your intermission report coming up after this. You're listening to Capitals Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
For 35 years, AmeriPrint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriPrintApparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. AmeriPrint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today because there's nothing like live hockey.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
And he scores! Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
And he scores! Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Back here in Middleton through 20 minutes of play, the Capitals all square with Green Bay. 1-1. We'll go through our scoring summary thanks to our friends at Play It Again Sports. 1-1 our score, as I mentioned, at the 12-second mark of period number 1. It was Finn Brink, third goal of the season from Long and Jamieson. So those two stay hot. Long and Jamieson both had 3 points last weekend in Tri-City. So Brink with the goal, Long and Jamieson with the assist, gave Madison the lead in the Jersey Mike's Minute of Madness here. So that meant fans here in the building, one lucky row went home with a Jersey Mike's coupon this evening. Then at the 9:52 mark of the period, Andrew O'Sullivan picked up his second of the season from Brender, and our old friend Tommy Cronin with his second assist of the season to tie things up at 1-1, and that's where we sit through 20 minutes of play here in Middleton. Madison's 0 for 2 on the power play. Green Bay yet to send their power play to the ice. Brender and Carconi, the two guilty parties there. Let's take a look at our scores from around the league. Through 2 periods of play in West Des Moines, the Buccaneers trail the Muskegon Lumberjacks by a score of 3-2. Sioux Falls on top of Cedar Rapids 3-2 over there in Sioux Falls through 2 periods. Nearing the end of the second in Lincoln, 2-0. The Stars on top of Waterloo. Omaha up 1-0 on Chicago. 5-3. The U-17s lead Sioux City through 2 periods of play. And of course here in Madison, our score 1-1. We want to take a look at our NCAA friends that have moved on, of course, throughout their junior career. As last night, a couple of them in action, as Chris Delaney, Austin Bernovic, Rainers Rollers, and James Hong were able to get their first goals of their collegiate career, a couple of them in their collegiate debuts. Here's what the goals sounded like. Here's Chris Delaney's first of the night. Made it the first UMass Lowell goal of the season against the University of Minnesota Duluth.
Out in front, backhand opportunity, second chance, they score! Chris Delaney lights the win. First goal of the season for the Riverhawks. It's 1-0.
Chris Delaney and the UMass Lowell squad unable to come away with a victory last night, but Chris Delaney would add a second goal later on.
Now an opportunity and a score! How about Chris Delaney getting his second of the night? It is 4-2.
UMD would pull away with the victory last night there in Lowell, but UMass Lowell and the Riverhawks able to win 4-1 here this evening against the University of Minnesota Duluth. Last night, St. Cloud State and Austin Bernovic at home against Bemidji State University, and it was Austin Bernovic scoring not once but twice last night. 40 goals last season, averaging a goal per game here in his collegiate career already.
Hall, though, right back at it. Gives it up to Bernovic. Skates to the middle. 2 seconds left. He scores!
That was Bernovic's first, and here was his second.
Puck still loose here in the Bemidji State zone. And a loose puck. Steele it! Score! Bernovic again! Right place, right time in the slot. Quick shot. Quick trigger. 2-1.
St. Cloud State was able to take down Bemidji State last night, and our friend Austin Bernovic, why not again? 3 points on the night for Bernovic, including a first period power play tally to have St. Cloud State up 3-1 there in that one. One more for you. RPI able to take down Canisius last night. Rainers Rollers got in on the action for his first collegiate goal.
Extended time as that pass is picked off. 2-on-1 for RPI, and they capitalize. Turnover in the Griffs zone, and it is capitalized by the freshman Rainers Rollers.
Rainers Rollers with one tonight, as well as RPI takes down Canisius 8-3 in that one. Scores elsewhere in college hockey. 4-2 RIT over Mercyhurst. A couple of former Capitals in that one, including Will Margell getting a score there this evening. Connecticut 4-2 over Holy Cross. UMass 3-0 over Air Force at the moment. Our friend Jack Musha unable to find the score column there yet. There, Sacred Heart and Colgate settle for a tie at 3-3 this evening. Ohio State 5, American International 2. James Hong scored last night for his first collegiate goal against the American International squad, the AIC squad. Ohio State won that last night, wins tonight as well. Elsewhere, Lindenwood on top of Wisconsin in period number 3, 2-1 there in that one. Quinn Finley, former Capital, with the lone goal there as well. Obviously, we have plenty of time to look elsewhere in college hockey during the second intermission, so let's take a quick break. When we come back, we have Drew Waterfield, the former Shattuck St. Mary's Sabre, here on the Intermission Report.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. Which is good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
And he scores! Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
We welcome Drew Waterfield on to the Intermission Report here. Drew, obviously, first couple weeks here in Madison. How do you think it's been so far?
Yeah, it's been great. Just all the guys have been super welcoming, nice, and it's been easy going away from home and just getting into the swing of things here, so it's been great. Yeah,
absolutely. You look back, and obviously this week you look forward to Green Bay coming into town. Familiar faces on your team. Obviously, you played last season at Shattuck St. Mary's with Riker and Austin Moline here on the Capitals squad. On the other side, a couple familiar faces as well. First time going against them, got to be a little extra juice and more fun on that side for sure.
Yeah, like those guys are some of my good buddies, so just getting the win this weekend and then holding it against them, looking forward to that.
Yeah, and you get to face them 8 more times after this week too.
Yeah.
So that's always the fun side. To get in the first one will always be big there. For Caps fans at home, played a couple of games here earlier this season, but if they missed those first 2 games, what type of a player does Drew Waterfield?
I think I'm a power forward. I drive the game with my speed, size, can make plays with the puck, and yeah, just a lot of energy. And I think speed's what really sets me apart.
Speed, I think, will be my transition into the swimming pool. Used to playing on ice here in the winter, but can you touch on your swimming career? That's kind of the tip I got on your career coming in this season. I heard Drew Waterfield, excellent swimmer.
Yeah, I'd done it all growing up. Just something, I haven't done it the last couple of years. I got back into it this summer. My dad got me into it when I was younger to keep me in shape, and just something I stuck with, I was good at, and so yeah, I enjoyed doing it.
No, awesome. I'm glad. What's the best stroke? Is it just freestyle?
Breaststroke. Yep.
Oh, okay.
It's my specialty.
That's the one I could never figure out. I could figure out the butterfly. It's just almost you're flailing your arms almost.
Yeah.
In a circle, but the breaststroke is a little interesting. I wonder if you work that into a goal celly when you get your when you score here at Cap Ice. I think you might have to. Push the water to the side. Why not?
Yeah, don't count it out of the possibilities.
Yeah, keep that in your bag for sure. Here in your first season in the USHL, How do you think your game's translated thus far?
I think it's been good so far. I mean, obviously it's an adjustment period. Guys are faster, stronger, smarter, making plays quicker. So just, I think overall I think I've adjusted well, but it's still just getting better every game.
Perfect. And one last one for you here, the rest of the season, expectations for both yourself and for the team.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I just want to keep getting better every game and just doing whatever I can to help the team win games. And for the team, I mean, obviously I want to win it all. I mean, I've done it the last couple of years with Shattuck, and I don't plan on stopping this year. So, yeah.
Yeah, true. We were joined by Bobby Cowan in the first intermission. He won a state championship. Waterfield and the Shattuck St. Mary's Sabres, is that right?
Yep.
Nailed that. National champs last season at the AAA level. Well, Drew, thanks for joining us here at the Intermission Report, and we'll be back after this with more Capitals hockey.
Hey, Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
You want subs made with high-quality meats and cheeses? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want high-quality radio ideas? You go to me. Like this. I'm an astronaut on a mission to find water on the moon. But because I'm a genius, I realize that what humanity actually needs in space is high-quality meats and cheeses from Jersey Mike's. Now to figure out how to remove the helmet and eat the sub without my head exploding. Here goes nothing. Always high-quality meats and cheeses. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Back here in Middleton as we start the ramp up to period number 2 as the Capitals and Gamblers all tied at 1 aside. Let's take a listen back to the Capitals' lone goal of the game. To this point, it came just 12 seconds into the game. And it rings around to the near side where Long can pick up Brink out front. Scores! Finn Brink gets the scoring started just 13 seconds into period number 1. Finn Brink's 3rd of the season, 18th of the career. And the Capitals, with the early lead, you see Aiden Long beats it there for him. I don't know if Gavin Moffitt just was caught off guard that a shot was coming his way that early, but the Capitals strike first. And of course, the Capitals would have one back the other way to tie it up. It was the defenseman Andrew O'Sullivan with the goal for Green Bay as the Capitals and Gamblers tied at 1 aside through 20 minutes of play. Back here in Middleton, two sides will have the long change. Capitals will travel left to right. Green Bay right to left. Brink and O'Sullivan, our goal scorers in this one, as we are ready to get things back underway. Face-off one back by Green Bay as they'll start possession here in period number 2. It's Stout and Moline playing pitch and catch before Long will chip it down in deep. Riker Lee goes after it. And on the near side, Green Bay clears out to neutral once again. Peterson settles things down, sends it down in deep up that far side. And the Capitals chase after it and eventually start up. Far side, Long has a couple of Caps with him. Near side, Lee. Lee kicks it around, gets it back up top where he sends it into the corner. I think he was trying to send it further than the corner, but Stout will hold the Caps half of center ice as they send it down in deep. Peterson on possession. Near side, Longacre through neutral now, poked away. Park on it for Green Bay in the offensive zone. Sends it into the corner. The Capitals take over just past a minute into period number 2. Up that far side, Cowan through neutral will have it bounce off of a shin pad to the near side. And now Buestions, the high school teammate of Gavin Eulenkamp, turns it over to the Capitals, and Bobby Cowan on possession. Cowan flutters that one in with the backhand. Up the near side, Shirey will hold. Shirey Circles around, parked there for Green Bay. Up the near side, Barabanov. Now to Scherzer, poked around him though. Scherzer does hold the line for a moment. Rather, the lines people say otherwise, as we'll get a whistle. 18:24 to go. Period number 2. 1-1 our score here in Middleton as the Capitals facing off with the Gamblers for the first time this season. Green Bay 3-2, 1-0 on the year. Have a bunch of top-end talent, a bunch of youth beneath it. It'll be interesting to see where the Gamblers season takes it. It almost very similar to the Capitals. A bunch of guys up top that you know will be in the score column at least once a week. And Finn Brink, one of those guys for Madison. Lunsky out front, trying to send it towards the goal, sends it into the corner instead. Green Bay up the near side wall into the offensive zone. 18 minutes to go, period number 2. Capitals will exchange and come back the other way. Eulenkamp on the top of the near side, off that far side pad of Moffitt. Puck sits out front, but flutters into neutral ice. Buckberger back after it, and he'll send it up that wall to Eulenkamp with his backhanded down in deep. Jamieson and Eulenkamp go for changes as Green Bay starts the breakout up the far side. Cardilli ahead for Knutson, poked away. Couple of Caps turn it over between one another, and now Knutson into the offensive zone. Poked off his stick. A shot ramps up off the stick of a Capitals defenseman. That shot came from Benson, and now Johnson in the Caps transition. Johnson, a shot off the blocker. The rebound came to him as well. Sent into the corner, though, by Madison. Karadiak back to Johnson. Johnson out front there looking for Capel. Found him. The Green Bay High School player there at Notre Dame Academy. Unable to get anything from it. Won a state championship here in this building, did Sam Capel. He has possession now as the Capitals back in their own defensive zone. Karadiak into the offensive. High slot, shot blocked as Green Bay back on it. Danilov pokes it around Karadiak. Cronin into the offensive zone. Had a season with Madison, just 6 games played back in 22-23. Started last year with Waterloo, but found his way to Bismarck. And boy, did he shine with the Bobcats. 59 points in 41 games with Bismarck last season for the Gamblers winger. Cronin on the near side, turns it over. Capitals work for it. O'Malley on the near side will hold. Down into the corner, Brender Cronin out front. Shot goes off the post, and the Capitals back the other way. Waterfield up ahead. O'Malley on possession, spins back. Far side now for the defenseman in Bacharov. Near side, intercepted. Madison into the offensive zone. Shirey, shot towards goal. Rebound sits there, but Moffitt hops on top of it. 4:06 into period number 2. 1-1 our score. Face off on the near side to the left of Moffitt in goal.
Tickets are on sale now at madcapshockey.com.
Zelenoff and Long, the two-team centermen. Face off one back to Lee on the near side corner. Lee out front, turns it over, deflects out to neutral ice where John Stout on possession. Shirey up the near side wall. Zellers takes over at neutral for Green Bay. Madison back on it. They'll send it down in deep and chase. As on the near side, Longacre, who was acquired in a deal with Sioux City this offseason, plays it over to his defensive partner, and Zelenoff can start up. Turns it over. Madison in the high slot. It's Lee. Lee sends one towards the goal. It goes wide. Riker in 2 games against Green Bay in his career has 2 points. Both of them coming here in Madison. Madison back to the power play as well. Peterson looks to be the guilty party. 15-13 to go in the second. Madison to their 3rd man advantage of the night, tripping the call on Peterson. The referees meet just at neutral ice. I wonder what they're chatting about, as a faceoff will be in the offensive zone for Madison. Should things hold, Finn Brink joins Brady O'Malley at center ice to chat it over. And they actually take the Peterson minor off the score clock. Interesting. Well, what started off to be a Madison power play turns into 5-on-5. the referees meet up, and if that's the right call, that's what you want the referees to do. Grant Hendrick and Kyle McCauley talk it over. Although Andy Brandt doesn't like the call to take it off the board, I think that's exactly what you should do. Might not be the technical correct ruling. Either way, it's an offensive zone draw for Madison upcoming. Although if I were Green Bay, I'd want it outside the zone. They're not going to get it, but the Capitals will send their second line out onto the ice. That puck was at neutral ice when Green Bay touched up. Face-off, one back by the Gamblers. It's O'Malley to the far side, and now in the middle, it's Aiden Park starting things up ice for the Gamblers. Katzen plays it off the far corner. His winger chased after it, sent Michaud into the wall. Awkwardly there, but back up to his feet. Samuelson turns it over, and the Capitals start back the other way. Cowan, near side Scherzer, ahead for Cowan again, who takes it beneath the goal line. Switches spots for a moment, tried to drop there, awkwardly falls down to the surface here, back up to his feet, but Green Bay with numbers back behind the Capitals defense. The Capitals defense beats him to it though, as on the near side it goes all the way down. No icing on the play, and never saw it waved off, but either way it doesn't matter. Buckberger ahead, icing will be called here. 14:24 to go in the second. 1-1 our score as a faceoff inside the defensive zone for Madison upcoming. Andy Brandt didn't like the no icing called on Green Bay. And the Capitals had one of their own called moments later, so a faceoff in the defensive zone to the right of Musser and goal. Hold them up, boys. Kicked out of the draw was Ian Scherzer. Barabanov will go to take the draw for Madison against Cardilli now. As I wonder why Cardilli's not kicked out of the circle there. Cardilli wins the draw back. Questions at the point. Chips it down into the corner on possession there. Up the near side wall goes Knutson. Knutson flutters into the corner. It goes along the kick point. Held in at the line. Near side now a shot into the corner. Capitals lucky, I think, that time. A bit of a lazy play by Madison's players, and they're on the end of a long shift, so you can't blame them. They weren't able to make the change on the icing. All the forwards will go and make the change now, and Knutson turns things over. Lunsky lays a body into a player. They'll chip it down in deep to the Gamblers. Michaud in the near side corner starts up ice. Diego Johnson behind the defense. Diego Johnson with a shot that finds the back of the net. The Capitals regain the lead. Back-to-back games with goals for Diego Johnson, his second of the season. Puts Madison ahead. You see it here. Just beats Moffitt through the 5-hole. And Diego Johnson picks up his 6th point of the season there on that one. Madison in the lead once again. Diego's 6th career goal. Nice outlet feed on the play as Madison once again in the driver's seat. Face-off, one back by the Gamblers. Up the near side. Madison will send it down in deep. It was Diego Johnson doing so as it's up the near side now on the stick of a Gambler. They send it out to neutral ice where Karadiak starts up the near side. Karadiak to Johnson. Battling for possession just inside the Capitals' offensive zone. Unable to find it. Jamison turns it over. Brender back behind the defensive shot. Finds the crest on the chest of Caleb Heil, who holds on for a whistle. 13:09. Period number 2. Madison scoring in the first 5 minutes of the period once again, or just past it, I should say. Diego Johnson scored in Tri-City, the game tying goal, scores the go-ahead goal here this evening, 2-1. Nearing our media timeout in period number 2. A quick shot off the draw goes high off the shoulders of Caleb Heil. That shot was fired by Will Zellers. Up top, it's the player there, Peterson. Peterson's shot sits out front. Zellers was tied up and able to hop on top of it was the goaltender, Caleb Heil. Past the 7-minute mark, period number 2. Thanks for joining us here this evening on Flow Hockey and on Caps Radio on YouTube. Faceoff will be on the far side to the left of Aiden Long in goal, as the faceoff's won back by the Capitals. And Lunsky, or rather that's Moline, starts up through the middle of the ice. Now Long, near side Lee. Lee, toe drag shot, trying to beat Moffitt 5-hole. He's not going to be able to do it. Long was waiting to try to hammer one home. McCauley, the referee, says, hey, let's not do that. Let's not cause any more mischief than we need. As a faceoff will come on the near side, the Caps will keep their top unit out. Green Bay counters with theirs as well. Faceoff on the near side, left side of Gavin Moffitt in the crease. Long and Park in the circles. Hold them up, boys. Park kicked out of the draw. Katzen will go in to take. Katzen played center a lot last season, so I think Green Bay's okay with him taking a draw. Face-off one back. Green over to the far side now as O'Sullivan starts through neutral ice on the stick of Park. Park tied up. Capitals chip it out to neutral as O'Sullivan chases back. Green goes and captures possession on the near side. Lee grabs it for Madison as Green just chipped it to neutral. Unable to get possession there, though. And now Brink on the near side turns it over to Green Bay, and they'll be able to clear the zone. Far side, through the legs of Stout, into the offensive zone. The top line of Green Bay drops back. Green in the high slot. A shot kicked into the corner. Heil able to find the near post as Samuelson looks for options for Green Bay. Park down in the corner. Long shoves him up against the wall. He'll be heading the box. I would guess 2 minutes for Aiden Long upcoming on the play, if I'm not mistaken. Probably boarding the call. Park looked to be all right, but that sends Green Bay to their first power play of the night. Madison 0 for 3 on their man advantage. Green Bay 25% on the season entering play tonight, which is a tie for third in the USHL. Madison's penalty kill on the other side, 76.5%, tied for 12th in the league. Both teams enter to the 25% power play. Green Bay 4 for 16, Madison 6 for 24. Drawing calls once again here this evening. Face-off one back is the first unit out there for Green Bay. That first power play unit's O'Sullivan, Park, Katzen, Zellers, and Zelenov. O'Sullivan, the goal scorer for the Gamblers up top. Katzen on the near side has scored a couple of times here in Middleton. 4 points against the Caps this season. Heil hops on top of it as Park had a chance in close. 23 seconds into the man advantage. Still 2-1 Caps. 11:34 to go in the second period. Brink and Johnson, the goal scorers for Madison in this one. As the face-off to the right of Heil and goal. Zelenov kicked out of the circle. Zelenov 4 points last weekend for the Gamblers. 5 points in his last 3 games. The USHL forward of the week gets tossed out of the circle. His teammate hops in the circle, and the Caps clear down the length of the ice. The top end talent on this Green Bay squad there for sure, and this power play unit shows it. Park, Katzen, Zellers, and Zelenov. That's 2 draft picks alongside O'Sullivan up top, and O'Sullivan with 5 points on the season already. Face-off will come on the near side. Face-off on the right of Heil. Tied up. Green Bay wins it back. It's their second unit out there now. Cronin on the top of the far side. His shot trickles through. Carconi up top once again for Peterson. Peterson almost whiffs on it, and it would have been the Capitals on a 2-on-1. In the corner. Up top now Peterson. Looks for a shooting lane. Finds one he likes, but it's blocked by his own player. Friendly fire into the corner. Cronin on the far side half wall. Looking for options up top now Peterson. Peterson near side now for Carconi. Carconi on the half wall. Played it to the bumper, up and out into neutral ice where Peterson settles and right back in come the Gamblers. Poked away as Scherzer tries to start up the near side, unable to find anything. Down in the corner, out front, nothing to him. Caps clear. 6:20 to go on the long minor penalty. 10:17 to go in the period. Caps send it down, and Deke takes a weird bounce off of a stanchion as Brendan Ty goes and ties a player up on the near side half wall. To a side work there. Up the near side, it's Cronin. Cronin settling things down as Green Bay unable to strike on their first power play of the night. As the Caps deep inside their own defensive zone, still trying to battle for possession. Aiden Long joins the players out there, and he'll start up ice now after a quick 2-minute refresher in the penalty box. Long at neutral ice after the first attempt into the offensive zone was stuttered. Spills to the ice surface as now Stout through neutral. Lee into the offensive zone, offside. The Capitals bench does not like it, but that takes us to our media timeout. 9:29 to go, period number 2. 2-1 our score in favor of the Capitals. You're listening to the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Hey Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Back here in Middleton as the Capitals will have a draw just outside of the offensive zone here in a moment. It's Long in the top unit for Madison. Out there once again, just past the halfway point in period number 2. The Capitals were looking at something on that last play that they thought might be a major penalty. Is tied up and kicked out of the circle is Anthony Cardilli. Face-off on the far side. We'll start over once again. Face-off won back by Long. Stout to the near side. Moline. Caps will send it in. 9:25 to go in the second. Caps up 2-1 in this one. Ben Brink got us started early on. O'Sullivan answered in the first for Green Bay. Diego Johnson gave Madison the lead back here in the second period as Green Bay in offside. 9:14 to go, and that's where we stand. 2-1 through just past halfway of regulation. Face-off just outside the defensive zone. Scherzer and Cardilli, the two-team centermen, tied up. One back by Scherzer, and Michaud into the offensive zone via Bobby Cowan. Cowan with a shot, rings off the post and goes wide. Cowan with 4 points on the season in just 3 games played. Pounces out front awkwardly off the glass. Nice play by Buckberger, but no one home for Madison as Danilov and the Gamblers back the other way. Danilov tied up. They keep possession, though, as Green goes down to play it. Fedotov there as well. Far side held in by Westjans. Actually, check that, not held in. Lineswoman Erica Greenan says out to neutral ice will go. Offside opposite the Green Bay bench. 8:41 to go in the second period. Our score 2-1. Johnson, the most recent goal scorer for Madison, out on the ice as his third unit with Eulenkamp and Lunsky joining him out there. As sent off the end wall by Shirey. Icing is Eulenkamp's beaten to it by O'Sullivan, the goal scorer for the Green Bay Gamblers. O'Sullivan, in his first season here with the Gamblers, played last year with Kimball Union. 55 points from the blue line, 2 games as an affiliate last year. Zelenov for Green Bay tied up, as played the last couple of years in Austria, the Russian forward. Unable to win the draw as Lunsky carries into the offensive zone. Onside, Eulenkamp backhands one towards this slot, no one home. Shirey down low, Lunsky plays it off the end wall nicely. Goes to a Gambler player, though. A nice job by Shirey out of midair to capture possession. But now it's a 2-on-1. Zelenov has Zellers with him. A little too far in front of Zellers. Shirey catches up to it in the corner. And Madison going to be able to escape the zone. At least it appeared. Held in at the line. Eulenkamp up the far side. Poked away, but the Capitals maintain possession. Lunsky backhands it into the zone. Hits a Gambler player, and back the other way come Green Bay. Zelenov into the offensive zone, drops for Zellers. Zelenov back on it. The Wisconsin commit turns it over. Madison back the other way. Jamison drops back there for Ty. Ty to the middle. Searles, the extra forward tonight, plays it down into the corner. No one home. O'Sullivan has some time. They'll clear the zone up that far side. And Samuelson in the top unit out there for Green Bay, or at least they're rotating in at the moment. Ty plays it to the middle. Buckberger hops up into the play offensively. Near side Capel scored on Friday in Tri-City. Looking for one against Green Bay. It's held on to at the glove, though. 7:06 to go in period number 2. 2-1 our score as a faceoff upcoming here on the near side to the left of Moffitt in goal. Aiden Long, Riker Lee, Finn Brink out there for Madison. Is the faceoff one back. Riker Lee tried to play it to the point. Ronan Buckberger and Riker Lee on different pages, and the puck escapes to neutral. Lee into the offensive zone. Buckberger on the top of the near side. Plays it through the legs. Buckberger's shot trickles wide. Lee down low. Held on to for a moment. Lee intercepts. Lee through the legs. A shot goes wide. What a pretty one that would have been. Buckberger, far side. Trying to play it to Karadiak. He'll play it off the far side wall. Does Katzen. A nice job by Karadiak to catch up to it. And the Capitals will take back over and start the rush back the other way once again. At the blue line, stopped in an errant change. A 2-on-0. Park on the far side. A backhand, and Green Bay scores. Aiden Park takes advantage of a 2-on-0, an errant change in the period of the long change. The Capitals tried to catch up, unable to. Park's third of the season, and we're tied at 2. Not a ton Caleb Heil can do on that one, as Park and the Gamblers tie things at 2. Back at center ice. As we're back underway, the Capitals with 2 different leads in this game, but we're still tied as Knutson intercepts into the offensive zone. Green Bay looks to have some momentum here. Caleb Heil will glove high above his head and hold on for a whistle. 6:07, period number 2. 2-2 our score. Is a faceoff upcoming on the far side to the left of Heil in goal. Green Bay's third unit out there. Madison second. Held in at the line. Played off the end wall. Knutson down low. Feeds it through the slot, through the neutral zone, and all the way back so his goaltender can touch up on possession as well. Maybe trying to get his goaltender a point. Capitals had a goalie get their first point of the season. A.J. White with an assist last week. Cardilli holds the line. Nice play, or nice idea on the play by Benson, but the Capitals take over. Moline, far side. Barabanov, offensive zone, is shot. A nice save by Moffitt. Barabanov to the line for Moline. Far side Stout towards the goal, deflected wide. 2 teams battle. Madison comes away with possession. Barabanov up top, Moline turns it over, and now off to the races back the other way. Knutson will win it into the corner. Bodied into the wall by Moline. Stout goes and joins his partner in the corner. Just about 5 minutes to go in the second period as the Capitals escape the zone. Rather, it stays on the blue line. Held in just barely, but the Capitals retain possession. Stout, Eulenkamp, offensive zone. backhands one towards the goal, instead spins back. High slot shot from Michaud, sticked into the corner by Moffitt. Green Bay trying to get up and down quick in the second period, and they'll chip it down into the offensive end where Michaud can get it settled down from his defensive partner, Shirey. Michaud up the far side, no icing, all the way down into the offensive end. Capitals settling things down for a moment, out towards neutral ice, unable to find him. Eulenkamp out to neutral ice, and now Brender into the offensive end. Brender through the legs of Shirey. Danilov poked off the puck. Up the near side wall, now Johnson. Johnson to the middle for Eulenkamp. Eulenkamp will send it down in deep. A couple of changes here for Madison as Green Bay settling things down behind their own goal. 4 to go in the period. 2-2 our score. Goal in each period for each team as Green up the near side activates himself down in. A shot on the rebound on the far side from Danilov. Waterfield tries to lift the stick of Carconi a little too late. And out at neutral ice, it's sent all the way down. No icing on the play as Shirey back inside his defensive zone plays to Waterfield. Far side now Searles. Searles down in deep. Moffitt plays it with the stick, rings it around the near side, almost right to the stick of Sam Capel. Instead it finds Zellers as a 3-on-2 for the Gamblers. Zellers, a shot, goes up and into the glass, maybe into the protective netting. Capitals players kind of thought it did. Instead, it's into the glass in the window here, and Jamison plays up the near side. Madison with numbers if they hurry. Waterfield has Capel in the middle, takes it down low, powering his way towards the goal. Puck sits out front. Moffitt hops on top of it, pushing and shoving after the whistle. 3:01 to go here in period number 2. 2-2 our score. Offensive zone draw upcoming here for Madison. Lee, Long, Brink, and the top unit for Madison, Karadiuk and Jamison join them for this offensive zone draw. Green Bay has their top line out there as well. Second pair of defense. 4 pairs of defense tonight for the Gamblers, and Park wins another draw back. Aiden Park doing an excellent job as they'll play it off the window to break it out, and that's where Jamison takes over at neutral. Long through neutral ice. Offside are the Capitals. Andy Brandt and company do not like the call. Face-off just outside the offensive zone. Aiden Long and Lev Katzen having a little chat. Nice high-quality fun here. Face-off just outside the offensive zone to follow up. You can hear Caps fans love it. The face-off will be opposite the Capitals bench. 2:49 to go, second period. Goals in the period from Johnson and Park have us still tied at 2 aside as Katzen has it one over to his near side. Peterson on possession. Comes through neutral ice up that far side wall to Park. Park through neutral. Has it poked away offside on the Gamblers. Had it caught back in his feet. And we'll have another draw this time opposite the Gamblers bench. Top unit for Madison remains. Top unit for Green Bay remains. Park and Long, the two-team centermen at the face-off dot outside the Capitals' defensive end. Face-off is won back by Park. Near side Longacre will send it down in deep for Green Bay as Heil backhands it to the near side. Continued along by Moline. Down in the corner, the Caps have it for a moment as Moline tied up with Katzen. Katzen gets it to the near side half wall. Back down low, Green Bay tries to send it. Instead, it's back the other way. Longacre retreats after it for Green Bay as he'll play it up the far side wall. Samuelson on possession. 2 minutes to go in the second period. 2-2 our scores. Knutson into the offensive zone for the Gamblers. Deflected just wide. Right idea by the Gamblers. Just poor execution. Just barely went wide. Peterson at the blue line, holds in for a moment. Cardilli plays it off the end wall. Moline up the near side wall for Riker Lee. Sidesteps a Green Bay body check. Separates body from puck, but the Capitals right back on it. Knutson and Moline chatting behind the play as Scherzer into the offensive zone for Madison. Scherzer Plays it to the middle, thought about getting it back, or tried to, I should say. Thought about it and attempted, unable to, as Heil backhands it up the near side wall. No one home for Madison. Brender, shot goes wide. Far side, Barabanov gets possession. Cowan now, stick handles around the defense. Cowan powering his way towards the goal. Nice poke check by the defense there, and the captain of Green Bay, O'Malley. Far side, to his side work in the corner. Barabanov alongside Scherzer there for Madison. It's the defenseman Bacharov and O'Malley for Green Bay. Less than a minute to go in the period. Held in at the line by Stout. He'll play it back down low. Barabanov chases after it. Bacharov loses his stick, which allows Madison an extended zone time. Shirey, shot blockered away. A nice job screening the netminder, but a better job by Moffitt to see through the screen as the Caps send it down in deep. 30 to go in the period. Scherzer holds the line. Cowan down low, gets possession for Madison. Throws on the brakes, takes it into the corner. Cowan, far side, Moline's shot, rather that Stout into the near side corner, held in by the Caps for a moment. Brender chips it to neutral. 15 to go in the period as the Capitals with numbers once again. Cowan has Michel, sends one towards the goal. I think Cowan thought there was less time than there is, as Cowan behind the goal thought about the Michigan, tried to do the lacrosse style goal, sends one towards the goal, and that's how period 2 expired. 2-2 our score through 40 minutes of play. In the period, Johnson and Park, the goal scorers, as that'll wrap things up in period number 2 here in Middleton. We'll send it to break. Coming up in intermission, we'll take a look at our scoring summary as well as scores around college hockey and take a look at an interview with our friend Bobby Cowan, who just had an exciting end to the period, but nothing come from it. That'll do it for our first and second period coverage. Second intermission coverage coming up after this.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinTapparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today, because there's nothing like live hockey.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
And he scores! Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. Which is good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
And he scores! Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey Cavs fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Back here in Middleton, where the Capitals are all square with the Gamblers, 2-2 through 2 periods of play. Time for your goal-scoring summary, thanks to our friends at Play It Again Sports. In the first period, 12 seconds into period number 1, it was Finn Brink's third of the season to give Madison the early 1-0 lead. Aiden Long and Colton Jamieson each pick up their 4th assist of the season on the tally to give Madison the 1-0 lead. Andrew O'Sullivan went to answer for Green Bay at the 9:52 marker of that first period, with Brender and Cronin with the assists on that one. That would be the score heading into intermission number 1, and Diego Johnson would have our first tally in period number 2. His second of the season from Eulenkamp and Lunsky at the 4:48 mark of that second period. And Green Bay answered back, though, once again. Third of the year for Aiden Park, Katzen and Longacre with the assist, 13:40 mark of period number 2. Capitals on the night, 0 for 2 on the power play. I could have swore it would have been 0 for 3. Sorry, it would have been their third power play chance. Instead, that penalty taken off the clock to Peterson. 0 for 2 are the Capitals, 0 for 1 are the Gamblers. Shots on goal through 2 periods of play, 24-19 in favor of Madison. Madison out shooting Green Bay 13-11 in the first, 11-8 in the second, but not ahead in the category that matters. That's goals on the scoreboard as we take a look at our scores from around the USHL. Final in Des Moines, Muskegon with the 4-3 victory over Des Moines. Lawrence Klee, Borisinskis, and Burr Collins with the goals there for the Lumberjacks. Sioux Falls takes down Cedar Rapids 5-3 in that one. Spihar with a 2-goal night for the Stampede there. Lincoln on top of Waterloo late in the third, 3-0. And in Omaha, the Lancers pick up win number 1 of the season over the Chicago Steele, 2-0. The 17s, the U17s, win 5-4 over Sioux City. And, of course, here in Madison, our score 2-2. In college hockey, we mentioned it, a couple of Capitals making their college debuts last night, scoring a pair of goals from both Chris Delaney and Austin Bernavik. Rainers Rullers was able to score as well. James Hong for Ohio State there as well in that one. And the Capitals, of course, you looked at the top line last year. A lot of the year it was Delaney, Rullers, and Bernavik. And at one point, they made the change to Bernavik, Delaney, and James Hong. So that's our goal scorers last night collegiately. Let's take a look around the collegiate atmosphere here tonight. And the CHN College Hockey News providing our score updates here this evening. Just trying to get it all loaded for you. As Wisconsin able to win in overtime, come from behind, down 2-0 to Lindenwood. Lindenwood was going for the sweep. Quinn Finley with 2 goals in the game, former Capital there, able to get things going for that squad. And the Wisconsin Badgers split the series with the Lindenwood Lions. St. Thomas up 2-1 there in St. Paul, Minnesota. A couple of former Capitals playing in that one. Michigan State takes down Boston College 4-3. Elsewhere, 5-2. Ohio State able to take down American International. Massachusetts wins 5-1 over Air Force, and that one was actually at Air Force. 3-1, Colorado College leads our friend Carson Musser, not in goal there tonight. 5-2, North Dakota takes down Providence. 4-1, UMass Lowell over UMD. We touched on that one a bit. Minnesota State wins 4-1 in Mankato this evening against Merrimack. Penn State falls 3-2 to Quinnipiac there in that one. A couple of caps on both sides there in that one, and still waiting for things to get underway in Vegas between Minnesota and Omaha. Of course, a Eastern Conference champion on each side. Luke Middlestat on one, Simone Lacozzi on the other. We'll send it to break. When we come back, we'll have our friend Bobby Cowan on our intermission report. You're listening to Capitals Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. Which is good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today because there's nothing like live hockey.
All right, we're joined on the intermission report by Capitals forward Bobby Cowan. Bobby, here in your first couple weeks with the team, how's it been so far?
I enjoy it a lot. Love the boys.
Yeah, you got off to a good start in Pittsburgh. Was that your first time at the Fall Classic, or you were there last year with Omaha too?
I was there last year. Yeah, I played one other 2 games last year with Omaha. Played NTDP. Didn't go too well, but fun.
Yeah, you're back here, ready though for this upcoming weekend. A standalone game against Green Bay last week, of course, on the road in on Friday night, and you made an impact in the game. You had a nice little bump on the power play. What do you think of your role on the power play and how that kind of moves forward through you on the bumper position there?
Yeah, the bumper goes overlooked a lot of the time, but it's a great out for everyone on the ice, honestly. And if you can use me, use Johnny on the other power play, but I don't know. It's a big difference, and it showed in that game. So
yeah,
fun, yeah.
For Caps fans out there, what type of game do you like to kind of consider yourself? Like, who's a player you model your game after?
Ooh, I like to say Johnny Gaudreau. Unfortunate that he passed, but he was always my favorite player to watch. Just because he's smaller, I wouldn't consider myself smaller, but I don't know. I like to replicate my game after him because he creates a lot, even though he's smaller and like at a disadvantage in that sense, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Going into this weekend's game, obviously the first time of 9 against Green Bay throughout a year. Playing a team that many times, and I'm sure you've done it growing up as well. Playing the team that many times, obviously there's going to be some sort of rivalry kind of built in. How important is it to set the tone in that sort of a game?
It's a huge game. It's our first one against them, so it's at home too. I'm sure. I don't know if we get 5 or 4 at home since it's 9. But home games we gotta take advantage with the crowd. And yeah, it's always fun. In Omaha we had Lincoln that we would play against. I think 11 times. But it's always the best atmosphere, and then you learn to hate the guys on the other team, which is fun too.
Yeah, you can't complain on that side. One more for you before we get going. Expectations for the rest of the year for both yourself and the team. Obviously, you've been with the guys for a couple of weeks here. You kind of know the setting that you're looking at throughout the rest of the year, and not a terrible start. I wouldn't say it's a great start either on paper, though. I guess just kind of overall, what do you think of the team going forward?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I'd like to do everything in my power to make it a hard decision for St. Thomas going in next year or not. And as a team, obviously, going to the Clark Cup. I mean, it is juniors. It's not the most important for a lot of people, but I mean, winning's winning. You can't beat it. And then obviously ending up with everyone committed on our team. That's the biggest goal of mine, because if you win in that case, then you're gonna end up winning on the ice. Everyone's happy. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, you experienced winning last year too at the high school level. How was that?
It was a blast. I mean, you grow close. Like, I'll never lose those guys, which is the most fun. And then if we did it here, I would never lose these guys too, which I don't want to. So
that was Bobby Cowan on our intermission report. We'll be right back with more Capitals hockey right after this.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. Which is good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
And he scores! Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277, and let's get you in the game.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Puck drop from period number 3, just moments away. Back to the period of the shorter change. The long change got Madison in the second period. Really, it's just been 2 mistakes for the Capitals and Green Bay capitalizing on them. On the other side, Madison's kind of worked for their goals. The 13 seconds in, it was a nice play behind the net. Diego Johnson on an outlet feed beats Moffitt 5-hole. And we're all square at 2 through 40 minutes in a game where Madison probably thinks you could be 2-0 if you don't make a change, at the wrong time. or if the Capitals don't have a blunder with a defenseman with a stick broken and Heil emptying his cage as Zellers falls. No call from the officials here at Cap Ice. And it's up the near side wall. Green Bay out to neutral ice. Zellers has it poked away. He'll take over Will Buckberger through neutral and into the offensive zone. Offside are the Capitals. 19:29 to go in the third. 2-2 our score. Goal scoring in this one comes from Finn Brink just 12 seconds in, answered by O'Sullivan halfway through the first period. In the second, it was Diego Johnson giving Madison the 2-1 lead. Aiden Park answered to make it 2-2. That's where we sit just moments into this third period of play. As this one sent down in deep, the Capitals fans not happy with a trip right off the draw as Moline sends it up there for Scherzer. Ahead now, poked along by Cowan. Barabanov in the area as well. Barabanov near side taken over by Samuelson for the Gamblers as it's sent back there for Buestions. Buestions ahead, Samuelson deflects it down in deep. Stout chases after it. Up the near side wall, Barabanov. Barabanov up the far side, now through the middle with some speed. Into the offensive zone, throws on the brakes, a shot, goes off the shin pad of a player in front of him, and now Aiden Park back the other way for the Gamblers. Park centers that one for Samuelson. Samuelson down into the corner now, Katzen. Katzen, the tender for Green Bay last season, at over 30 points in his first year here in the USHL. Down in deep, Green Bay sends it. Madison back on it. A minute and a half into period number 3 into the offensive zone. Bobby Cowan has it settle on his stick. Out front, Ulikamp backhanded wide. Michaud down low, Scherzer. Far side, net pops off. No change allowed for the Gamblers. Knutson will have to go hop over the wall once again as an offensive zone draw upcoming for Madison. Katzen trying to make a change. Is the net popping off. The Capitals ice crew going to fix it. Lev Katzen getting into it with the referee right in front of the bench. The referee saying go down to the defensive zone right now. Katzen saying no, there's fixing the ice right now. Katzen telling his bench this is horrible. As the Capitals get the hole drilled. Ice crew here. Face off. Will be in the offensive zone for Madison. 18-13 to go in the third. 2-2 our score. As shout out to our guy Larry here with the Legacy 20 Arena crew. He gets the crowd going. Larry almost took a spill there. But all things seem to be well and good. We're back underway. No changes allowed for Green Bay, but they were able to get quite the rest there as Cardilli wins the draw back. O'Sullivan up the near side, blocked, so it couldn't get out of the zone. Ulenkamp chases after it for Madison. Green up the far side, held in at the line by Shirey. Shirey has had a great game at the blue line. Nothing to show for him on the score column, but up the near side, out towards neutral ice. Benson tried to send it there. Out to neutral it goes for Shirey, who will send it right back in. A couple of changes allowed for Green Bay, but the Capitals keep the pressure on in the offensive zone. Green to Benson, turned over. Madison at neutral ice, tried to send it down in deep, but back the other way it comes as Michaud chips it off the far side wall. Benson gets it back, but Madison settles things down. Lunsky up the near side wall. The Minnetonka High School product carries into the offensive zone before turning things over to Cardilli. Out to neutral ice. Cardilli, like I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, a Phase 2 pick in the 2021 draft by the Capitals. Eventually taken by Chicago in the Phase 2 draft a couple of years later after the Capitals chose not to protect Cardilli. Danilov into the offensive zone. Far side Knutson shot kicked away by Heil. Up the near side. Madison on possession. Waterfield uses the body positioning to keep onto it for Madison. They'll send it down in deep. Moffitt will go to play. Up the far side wall, O'Malley forced to play it back. and Madison earns possession because of it. Capel will take it out to neutral ice, but the Caps keep it. It's Karediak, far side for Jamison. 16:37, period number 3. 2-2 our score as O'Malley retreats back beyond his own goal line for Green Bay. They play it off the window and clear to neutral. Madison back on it. Capel down in deep. Capitals chase, but it'll be O'Malley playing over to the near side. As through neutral ice, O'Sullivan to Cronin. Ahead now, Brender. Brender, near side, Cronin. Cronin buried off the puck by his former teammate Brink. Played a couple of games with him as Cronin played in 22-23 with the Caps. Brink trying to power his way towards the goal. Takes it into the corner. Sent up against the wall with no call. The Capitals don't like it. Brink slow to get up. Up top now, Buckberger. Turns it over. Brink heads to the bench. In some pain as Barabanov hops over and joins the top line. Back beneath the goal line, Stout. Almost taken down on the play. The Capitals shovel it forward. Held by the glove for a moment. Hand pass on the Gamblers. 15:35 to go in the third. 2-2 the score. Awkward play in the corner on that far side for Brinker. The captain of the squad kind of waved the athletic trainer of the Capitals, Alyssa Brummett, in her 5th season off. 15:35, period number 3, 2-2. Face-off just outside the offensive zone for Madison. One back by Scherzer. Michaud on the near side will send it down in deep. I was told that the face-offs through 2 periods of play just about even as Michaud plays it over to Moline. Far side Cowan. Ahead now Michaud with some speed into the offensive zone. Activates himself down low. Scherzer on the far side, back down to him. Michaud behind the net. Out front, Cowan with his shot goes wide. Zellers back the other way. A 2-on-1 with Carcone. Feeds it out to Carcone. Rebound sits there. Heil on top of it. 15:01 to go in the third. 2-2 our score. Face-off will be on the near side to the left of Heil and goal. Heil stopping all but 2 here in this one thus far. 17-19 through 2 periods. Don't have an up-to-date shot total for you. Lunsky and Park. I feel like Park's won just about every draw he's went into. Doesn't win that one, though. Karediak on the near side, half wall. Up through neutral ice, trying to feed it that time to Johnson, the Capitals' 2nd goal scorer of the night. Instead, it's Aiden Park down in for Green Bay. Park ties up Karediak. Katzen ties up the defenseman there, or rather centerman in Lunsky. Lunsky over to the far side now where Karediak can hold there for Eulenkamp. Eulenkamp off the end wall. Katzen slows him down. Capitals stuck deep inside their own defensive zone, but finally able to escape. Lunsky ahead. Near side now Johnson. Johnson steps off the wall, but it's poked away. Eulenkamp puts some pressure on his former teammate in high school at Chanhassen. Over now to Lunsky. Lunsky tied up against the wall with Fedotov. Fedotov turns it over. A shot comes from the point and goes wide. Shirey was the one starting that shot towards net. Deflected a couple of times along the way. Shirey hops over to the bench to get a change, and Madison into the offensive zone. Eulenkamp has a couple of players with him, takes a shot, goes off the ball. Eulenkamp backhands one towards the goal, up high into the Legacy 20 Arena sky, held in at the line by Jamison. Far side, Capitals with a whole bunch of momentum. You feel like you need to find something here soon. Media timeout's going to slow that momentum down as Jamison back inside the defensive zone plays to Buckberger. Buckberger, far side Jamison, now the Caps clear out to neutral. Ahead, into the offensive zone, Waterfield poked it there, but it's O'Sullivan, the 1st goal scorer of the night for Green Bay, getting things back the other way. Waterfield, a race to it, has Capel out front. Waterfield's chance goes wide. A nice job by Moffitt to stand tall as Capel takes it to the far side. Waterfield back beneath the defense. Stout up top, far side Moline. 13:02 to go. Period number 3. Media timeout will come at the whistle after the 12-minute mark, as long as it's not icing or a goal. Shot in deep there by Benson, and Heil will hold for Madison for a moment. He'll get it over to Moline. Brink now behind the defense, just one player to beat. Slows things down, though, as he realizes he's got troops coming behind him. Moline gets it back to Brink. Brink's shot towards goal goes wide. Stout looking for an option. Shot deflected up and out of play. Face-off will be in the offensive zone. Just about 7.5 into the third period. Our score still remains even at 2 aside. Face-off on the near side to the right of Moffitt upcoming. Long and Danilov in the circle. Top unit out there for Madison. Fourth line for Green Bay. Danilov kicked out of the circle, which forces Tommy Cronin to go in to take the draw against Aiden Long. Face-off won back by Cronin nonetheless. Brink goes to lift the stick up of the defenseman Fedotov. Rather, that's Bocharov out towards neutral ice. They get it out into neutral zone, and they'll send it down in deep where Heil will hold for a moment. Heil drops from Moline to the middle, now Long. Quick clearance and a quick breakout into the offensive zone. Long now behind the defensive shot. Rebound sits there. Moffitt scrambles and kicks it into the corner. Puck still alive for Madison. Long put it out front through the legs of Finn Brink and all the way down. Caleb Heil will go and play up the far side to activate and keep pressure on. Brink towards the offensive net there for Madison. Shirey holds, now a shot blockered into the glass by Moffitt. Lee up the near side, poked away. Into the offensive zone, it's Carcone. Carcone has it poked away, but now Zeller's on it. 3 goals on this season in just 2 games coming into tonight. His shot goes wide. Longacre, far side, shot kicked into the corner by Heil. Shirey up the far side wall, out to neutral, and that's where it'll be settled down by Peterson. Longacre for Green Bay into the offensive zone via Will Zellers, the Avalanche draft pick. Michaud, near side now Barabanov. Far side, into the offensive it's Cowan. Therefore it's Scherzer. Scherzer backdoor feed for Barabanov, and it doesn't get to him. And now it's Green Bay the other way. 11:04, Zellers puts a player on skates literally that time, and back the other way come Madison. Cowan into the offensive zone. Avoids the first body check, gets tied up with the second, and Zellers and company starts up that far side wall. Zelenov leaves for Zellers. Zellers, 10:40 to go in the period. A shot from a sharp angle goes through the crease. Weston's hold on the near side. Weston down the wall for Samuelson. Samuelson down into the corner looking for Zellers, who is tied up with a Capitals defenseman, and now Madison back the other way. Barabanov, Cowan into the offensive zone. Stick handles a bit. Barabanov tied up, tried to center it for Jamison. Instead, it finds the far side wall before Jamison takes over. Lunsky tied up, and now it's Katzen back the other way for the Gamblers. 10:10 to go. Period number 3. Capitals chase back after it. It's Karediak up the near side wall. On it now, Eulenkamp. Eulenkamp for Madison. Steps off the wall, gets the legs churning. Past the halfway point in the third. Johnson powering his way towards the goal. A penalty upcoming on Green Bay. Madison to the power play for the 3rd time tonight, as Moffitt taken out by Johnson on the play, but Johnson was dragged down by a Gambler, and David Green will make his way to the penalty box and send Madison to the power play. We'll reach our media timeout. It's 2-2, all square here in Middleton.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinTapparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
You want subs made with high-quality meats and cheeses? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want high-quality radio ideas? You go to me. Like this. I'm an astronaut on a mission to find water on the moon. But because I'm a genius, I realize that what humanity actually needs in space is high-quality meats and cheeses from Jersey Mike's. Now to figure out how to remove the helmet and eat the sub without my head exploding. Here goes nothing. Always high-quality meats and cheeses. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Capitals to their third power play of the night as 9:51 remains here in period number 3. 2-2 our score as the top unit hops out for Madison. Late line match there for Green Bay. Kyle McCauley chatting it over with Andy Brandt, the head coach and general manager of the Madison Capitals. Kyle McCauley will make his way down inside the Green Bay zone, and we are ready to go. But Barabanov kicked out of the circle before we can get things started. It'll be Park and Long, the two-team centermen. Face-off won back by Park. Face-off ever so important on the power play, and especially on the kill. Special teams face-offs that much more important than any other as Jamison starts up ice. Realizes he has some real estate in front of him. Feeds it to the near side for Lunsky. This first unit mixes up a little bit as Long gives way for Lunsky. Barabanov, far side, backhands it out front. A chance from Lunsky. Puck still alive in the high slot, and Riker Lee will settle it down. Lee, top of the far side circle. Toe Drake thought about it. Now Jamison. Near side, Lee shot that time, finds its way towards the goal, and Moffitt hops on top of it. The puck was still alive. Barabanov wrestling after the play with Brady O'Malley as an offensive zone draw upcoming. I wonder if there was an equipment malfunction there for Aiden Long as he hustled to the bench. Riker Lee with the one-timer missile, just could not find it. By it, I mean the twine. Same two forwards will start out once again for Green Bay. They take the draw and then they hustle off, see if they can get anything from it. Jamison on the near side starts the power play out with possession of the puck to the Caps, but they'll have to take it out to neutral ice as back into the offensive zone come Madison. Lee, far side, now Cowan in the slot. Cowan towards the goal, Long pokes at it, it sits there, and Moffitt hops on top of it. 56 seconds into the power play. 2-2 still remains our score. Caps with a couple of chances early here on the man advantage, and the Caps will change units. Out it'll be Lunsky, Scherzer, Brink, Johnson, and Buckberger for the second unit. Face off on the near side to the right of Moffitt in goal. Face off tied up, Scherzer wins it back to Buckberger. Far side Brink, near side Scherzer. Scherzer backdoor feed, rebound sits there, and the Capitals score! It's Diego Johnson once again. Beautiful play on the power play. Buckberger to Brink to Scherzer. I believe Lunsky gets a piece of it. And then Johnson slams home the rebound. Caps regain the lead once again on Johnson's second of the night. Three goals in 2 games for Diego Johnson. Whole power play unit could have got an assist on that one. Of course, you can only give 2 secondaries. But what a turn of events for Madison. Taking advantage of the power play, now 1 for 3 on the night. As we're back underway with the Caps up this time 3-2. Third lead of the night for Madison. Green Bay has had the answer each of the previous 2 times. Moline up the far side. Eulenkamp will chip it down in deep. Green Bay responds and sends it to neutral. 8.5 to go in period number 3. Eulenkamp into the offensive zone. Shot that time. Rebound sits there. Johnson looking for a hat trick. Couldn't find it. Out to neutral. Green Bay. Far side Carcone. Ahead. Rebound sits there as it went in on goal. No call comes. The Green Bay bench doesn't like the no call as Carcone was sent to the ice surface. Down beneath the goal line. The Capitals on possession now. It's Moline to Johnson out to center ice. Eulenkamp and Johnson on the back end of a long shift as Moline fans on a pass to his defensive partner Stout, who now gets possession up to Diego Johnson. Johnson heads for a change with under 8 to go in the third as Green Bay into the offensive zone. Zelenov back for Zellers, a shot off the side of the goal. Zelenov, now O'Sullivan has a jump over his stick. O'Sullivan on the near side to Capel up the near side wall. Battling there for possession was Capel. Zellers, though, has it fall to him up in the top of the zone. Shot comes into the stomach of Caleb Heil, who holds on for a whistle. 7:23 remains. Period number 3. 3-2 our score. Diego Johnson with a goal at even strength and a goal on the power play. 2 points on the night. I believe Finn Brink will probably get either an assist or what should have been an assist on the goal. His second point of the night as well. Face-off won back by Madison. Michaud turns it over but gets it back after Danilov maybe a little too excited. No icing. Goes all the way down in where Scherzer can shovel it to the near side. Up the near side wall, Michaud holds. Capitals back on it, Michaud. Far side, Buckberger's shot deflected up and out of play. Rather, it stays in. Cowan up the near side wall, Michaud looks for a shot towards the goal, deflected along the way. Rebound sits there for Barabanov, who takes it to the wall. Buckberger, shot deflected that time, goes wide of goal. Scherzer ties the body up, gets possession for Madison. Up top for Buckberger, who holds the line. Michaud towards the goal, deflected off of his own player out front, Ian Scherzer, and now the Gamblers back the other way. Under 7 to go. Period number 3. 3-2 our score in favor of the Madison Capitals. A big hit, no call. Capitals probably lucky there, but now a 2-on-1. Scherzer has Barabanov with him. Scherzer fans on the feed across. Riker Lee goes and joins the players out there as the change starts to make its way, and Scherzer will be heading to the penalty box for Madison. That allows Moffitt to head to the bench. Brender will try to backtrack, I should say, and they'll do just that, do the Gamblers. Katzen over to the far side, Samuelson. Samuelson through neutral ice now, extra attacker on for Green Bay. Shirey will be the first one back to it, though. Madison to their second penalty kill of the night, as Ian Scherzer will head to the penalty box for a trip. Green Bay on the power play this season. Their top unit ever so important as they gather around the bench for a brief second. One of their assistant coaches over there kind of directing traffic. That's Mason Baptista. Face out to the left of Caleb Heil in goal. As a face-off won back by Park. Far side, Katzen. Quick shot into the window. Up the near side wall. Zeller's taken into the wall. And Katzen with a shot that goes wide. Zellers retrieves the miss once again. Up top, O'Sullivan sees a lane he likes. A lane off down low. Towards the far side, Katzen was the intended target, but it deflects up to O'Sullivan at the point. Katzen down low, Park near side, now Zellers. Zellers circling around before getting it to the top once again. Katzen, shot, stick save by Heil. Caps try to clear it, Searles, but Park holds in. Park to Katzen. Katzen on the far side, half wall, 40 seconds into the power play. Near side for Zellers, caught up in his feet. Caps with a chance to clear, they'll take advantage. Caps will go for a wholesale change. 5 minutes to go in the third. 3-2 our score. A minute 07 remains on the power play for Green Bay. They'll keep that top unit out there. Needing a goal late does not surprise me at all. Park to Katzen. He'll play it off the window to the near side. Zellers. Zelenov there as well. O'Sullivan holds in at the line. Zellers down on the near side half wall. Far side now Katzen. Katzen's shot blocked by Moline. Moline clears out to center. 42 seconds to go here on the kill for Madison on the Ian Scherzer minor. Green Bay will switch units out as 4:25 remains in the third. Caps lead 3-2. It's a power play tally from Diego Johnson, the difference in this one thus far. Cronin, the former Capital, through neutral into the offensive zone, drops back, shot goes wide, rebound comes to Benson. Near side now, Samuelson's shots ripped wide up into the rafters here at Cap Ice. 4:05 remains in the third. 3-2 our score in favor of the Caps. 16 seconds remain on the Scherzer minor. Caps want the draw on the near side. They're going to take it to the far. As the draw will be between Long and Samuelson. Face-off won back by Long. Stout with a chance to clear. He'll clear it out to neutral. Peterson got a glove on it, so he doesn't get it the whole way down. And now Benson back into the offensive zone. The Capitals Chip it right back out to neutral, though. Peterson. As time expires on the Capitals penalty, Moline with a nice poke check. Capitals 2 for 2 on the kill, 1 for 3 on the power play. With less than 4 to go, Caps lead 3-2. Benson tried entering the offensive zone, kind of forced back to neutral ice. Lee will drop for Brink, back to Lee into the offensive zone. Lee on the near side, centers that one for Brink, a shot, a nice save by Moffitt, who holds on for a whistle. 3:26 remains. Period number 3, 3-2 the score. Diego Johnson with a pair of goals. Finn Brink with the other tally for Madison. O'Sullivan and Park, the 2 goals here tonight for Green Bay. Aiden Long, he's been in a mood tonight. Face-off will stay inside the offensive zone. Caps top line. Green Bay counters with their bottom line. Brender, Danilov, and Cronin. Long and Danilov, the 2-team centermen in the circle. Face-off to the right of Moffitt in goal is won back that time by Danilov, but the Capitals able to take over on possession pretty quickly after. Lee up the far side wall, had it poked away, and all the way down, Green Bay able to take it as the Capitals regain possession deep inside their own defensive zone. Michaud, near side now for Long. Long looking for options, flutters one high in the sky here, and it comes to the stick of Riker Lee. There for Finn Brink for a moment, but now back the other way come Green Bay. Bacharov in the offensive zone. Activates down in deep. We'll keep an eye on Moffitt in goal. McCadden, the first year coach for this Green Bay squad, had his hand up like he was ready to call Moffitt just too little of possession. Lee with a shot from a sharp angle held onto for a whistle. Moffitt will hold. 2:35 to go in the third. 3-2 the score. Andy Brandt wanted a call on that. They don't get it. Kyle McCauley barks back at him. Face off on the near side to the right of Moffitt in goal. Scherzer and Park, the 2-team centermen. Wonder if this draw would have been held at neutral ice if they would have taken a timeout. It's a hodgepodge unit out there for Green Bay as Blestjens turns it over. The Capitals at neutral ice start back the other way. Barabanov has Scherzer with him. Barabanov throws on the brakes, loses a wheel in the process, has it out front. Another Capital down out front was Scherzer. The Capitals still have it. Barabanov in the slot. Down low for Scherzer. Back to Barabanov. A shot and an excellent save there by Moffitt with just over 2 minutes to go. Green Bay starts back the other way. 3-2 the score. As now all the way down where Karadiak has his stick lifted. Moffitt to the bench. Extra attacker on as Erica Greenan, one of the lines persons for tonight, blows the play dead. Face-off to come at center ice. Moffitt not to the bench by the time a player jumped off, so the face-off comes at center ice. The coaching staff for Green Bay doesn't like the call, but I kind of tend to agree with them there. The face-off will come at center ice here with 1:55 to go in the third. 3-2 our score. Caps in the lead. Diego Johnson, 2 goals on the night. Caps have had 3 separate leads, including this one, and Green Bay has had the answer to most of them. Katzen, Zellers, Zelenov, Park, and O'Sullivan now joined by Samuelson out there as the net vacant. Green Bay in the offensive zone. Eulenkamp chases after it. Puck on the far side. Zelenov takes it beneath the goal line to the near side. Zellers has it poked up towards the line. Katzen holds. Katzen towards the net. Blocked along the way. Zellers with a shot as well. Madison out towards neutral. They say no, but the Capitals back on possession. Lunsky takes a hack at it to go down the length of the ice. Instead, it'll be blocked, and Green Bay settles things down. 1:15 to go. Period number 3. 3-2 the score. Madison in the lead. Offside. A hit after the whistle. Moline putting Samuelson into the wall. I don't believe a call will come from this, but it was a big hit. It was right as that whistle sounded. Green Bay wants a call. I don't think they're going to get one. Offside's the call on the ice. Wouldn't be surprised if a timeout comes from the Gamblers here, as all the Gamblers head to the bench for a brief moment. Faceoff just outside the defensive zone. Timeout taken by Green Bay. We'll take one with them. 3-2, Caps lead. Minute 10 to go in the third. You're listening to Capitals Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
For 35 years, AmeriPrint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriPrintApparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. AmeriPrint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
Minute 10 sits on the score clock as Green Bay having a timeout. Let's take a look at our goal scoring summary. 12 seconds into this one, it was Finn Brink getting us started. Third of the season from Long and Jamison. Madison led 1-0. Green Bay answered. 9:52 of the period, Andrew O'Sullivan with the goal. Brender and Cronin with the assist. Madison early on in the second. Diego Johnson, second of the season from Eulenkamp and Lunsky. 4:48 of the period, rather 6:22 of the period. Diego Johnson's goal. Once again, Green Bay answered. Katzen with the assist. Diego Johnson on the power play from Lunsky and Scherzer. The difference at the moment, Green Bay's had the answer for every goal the Capitals have scored tonight, except this one. Lee with the shot, and this will be the cherry on top as Brink behind the defense puts it into the vacant goal. Riker Lee with the assist. He goes and gives knocks to his goaltender, Caleb Heil, and the Caps extend the lead to 4-2. Finn Brink, second of the night, puts a cherry on top. Still a lot of hockey left, though, but Moffitt will return to the cage. Green Bay throws out Cardilli, Benson, Carconi, Cronin, and Peterson, but Madison with the edge at the moment. Capitals win the drawback as Michaud ahead, all the way back where Peterson on it. Peterson up the far side through neutral ice into the offensive zone. Benson's shot goes wide. The Caps will try to clear to neutral once again. Brender goes and joins here with 36 seconds to go in the period. Peterson at the line towards the goal, kicked into the corner. Net vacant once again for Green Bay. Caps with a chance to score once again, but Capitals will be heading to the kill. Michaud, I believe, to the box for a hold, more than likely with 26 seconds to go in the period. 4-2 the score. Green Bay to the power play with the extra attacker on. So it'll be 6-on-4 for the Gamblers. Michaud takes his time getting over to the penalty box on the far side. Face-off will be on the near side to the left of Heil and goal. Searles will take the draw against Park. Searles and Park, the two team centermen. Face-off one. Zellers with the shot right away. Sent into the corner. Heil was trying to cover. Stout was trying to keep it alive. 5 seconds after Michaud was sent to the sin bin opposite us here in the press box at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. We'll have another face-off in the offensive zone for Green Bay. 21.2 remains. Face-off won by the Caps. Stout, the length of the ice, scores. John Stout's first of the season with the empty net. Short-handed goal as well. Madison's first shorty of the year gives Madison the 5-2 lead. You'll see it here. Stout from a hash mark in his own defensive end from long range. Sends that one down the length of the ice. And the Caps extend the lead to 5-2. I told him that I'd give him credit if the score would held at 5-2, and it looks like it will as time expires. Madison picks up win number 3 of the season, a late hit from Danilov, and we're going to have an all-out melee in the Capitals' defensive zone as time expires. Capel takes a player down after he initially took Capel down. That's Bocharov. Moline taken to the Capitals bench. The late hit from Danilov, what caused all of this melee. Either way, though, the Capitals take home 2 points. A shout out to our guy in the back room, Kurt. Kurt Barsness told me before the game, 5-2 Caps victory. What happened? Nostra Curtis is what we might call him today. 5-2 Caps win. We'll have your post game right after this.
Hey Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at NADCaps Hockey today. That's at NADCaps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Back here in Middleton, Caps win 5-2 over Green Bay to take the first of 9 this season with Green Bay. 5-2 the final score here in this one. You see something nice at center ice. Danilov and Karedyuk, both Kiev Ukrainians, meeting up there for a moment after the game, but we'll go through our goal scoring summary. Brink in the first period, answered by O'Sullivan. Johnson in the second period, answered by Park. Johnson on the power play in the third. Another one from Brink late in the period, empty netter. John Stout with his first of the season, third of his career on the empty netter to make it 5-2. Caps go home with the 5-2 victory. Standalone game this weekend. Can't ask for much more than that. Caps improved to 3-2, 1-1 on the year. Green Bay falls to 3-3, 1-0 on the season as the Caps will be back here at home. First time against Chicago on Friday night. Dollar Beer Night presented by our friends at Coors Light. Right here's where you want to be. Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena, Middleton. We'll be back next Friday night. We appreciate you joining us here in Middleton. For the entire Capitals organization, Caps win 5-2.